The other guy that seems to be intriguing in this is Tanner McCallister, just because of how good he was, to see how that's going to transition to the Big Ten. He was an all Big 12 safety. So you would expect, okay, this is an all conference type performer. And then while typically a guy in his position is trying to get acclimated to campus and new teammates and everything being new, he could be a key component in terms of helping his defensive backs acclimate themselves to Jim Knowles' scheme and kind of helping, being almost I don't want to call him a coach on the field, but he did play 41 games at Oklahoma State in this Knowles defense. So he should know it pretty well and be able to help out his teammates.
Yeah, that was what Jim Knowles kind of alluded to yesterday in his comments. He loves Tanner McCallister and appreciates that he followed him from Oklahoma State to join him at Ohio State. To me, if they're going to play three safeties, I think two of them are Ronnie Hickman and Tanner McCallister, and then the race is on for the third one if Josh Proctor can get healthy for the fall. He's got the pedigree. He's played a lot of football at the college level. He would maybe be the third one, but beyond that, Bryson Shaw played quite a bit last year. Lathan Ransom is injured, and he also played quite a bit. And you got a bunch of young guys who are fighting for time as well. Court Williams, where does he fit into all this as well? So, again, Jim Knowles spent the last couple minutes of his 25 minutes or however long he spoke to the media, kind of outlining what each of the personnel in the defense will do. And to me, I thought that was very much appreciated from my standpoint, to get an understanding as a layperson of what the job responsibilities are going to be for each one of these guys on the defense. Because again, as I said, it's not a one size fits all type thing. They're going to have different looks for different opponents, and when they see obviously different things, they're going to match up better. But I'm like everybody else. I'm interested to see how this defense comes together when the bullets start flying, and they're playing one of the better offenses in the country. I don't know if they'll face one per se like that in the regular season. I don't know who's going to really test them like they might see in a playoff or something like that. But I don't know. Am I missing a great offense that Ohio State's going to play this year? I don't know, but at some point the rubber's going to have to hit the road, and they're going to have to be great against the run, and we'll have to see how it be that the physicality that was kind of lacking at times last year is going to have to come back to the forefront.
Yeah, we so desperately want Ohio State to declare it's too deep here on March 9th and be able to talk about it, and fans to be able to discuss it, and so on and so forth. And the good news is that Ohio State doesn't have to get there, and we'll see players come back from injury, and knock on wood, we won't see anybody get lost to injury in the off season. But we just don't know. So it's fun to talk about who we think could be the three safeties when they have their bandit, their adjuster, and their nickel there. With the adjuster being your middle safety, and the bandit being your boundary guy, and then the nickel being the nickel. But what we think here on the 9th of March is immaterial to what we're going to see against Notre Dame in the opener. And the truth of the matter is, this Jim Knowles system is going to be a work in progress. It's not like he set foot in Stillwater and then magically they just became a top 10 defense. It's going to take a little bit of time. The good news is Jim Knowles is going to have a lot more 4- and 5-star talent that he did not have access to with the Cowboys. But it's going to take a little bit of time, and I think that there's going to have to be a bit of an audition period to see what the right fit is, because the goal is to get the best 11 out there. Obviously, we're going to see some changes in what some of this defensive scheming is going to be, getting away from being so predictable, getting away from some of these other things. But, here, they're not even through practice number 2 yet at this point. So it's just speculation at this point.